Hello friends, I'm DragoNate and welcome to another question vlog video thing. So, last week Bolobi asked us what is the least likely thing that ever happened to you. Now I assume that this means that has actually happened, not necessarily least likely thing that ever would happen to you, but least likely thing that ever actually happened to you. So, but that is okay. Some people, I think, misunderstood that. That's okay. We're not going to worry about that. Now, before we get into reading your answers, your question for this week, I am going to answer, because I don't think I've actually come up with a question in quite a while, so I have one question for you guys. My question for you is, how is your life different today than it was 1 year ago? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll read your answers in next week's video. What's the least likely thing that ever happened to you? Let's get into reading your answers for this week. Omar says, me getting 7 foot tall. He wants to be really, really tall, I know that. Fake Michael Jackson says, properly meeting Michael Jackson. That's the least thing that happens to me. Well, you never know. One day you may get to meet him. Apparently there's some hologram technology that's coming out where we can talk to people who are dead, which is actually kind of creepy if you think about it. Someone else, I saw a little story about that, or a news headline or something, and so whoever they asked, I think it was on Reddit, and the person that was asked about that said that it's a demonic thing and it's terrible. Tialisa Chapman says, winning a bet, lol, I don't even root for teams anymore. When I do, they always lose. Well, I need to ask you, have you ever rooted for a team and they've actually won? Sears Colm's answer is one word, luck. Bolobi left a bit of a Bible for us to read though. What is the probability of you responding to my screenshot and on the same day commenting a fan art by an amazing girl? I guess it's pretty low. But what is the probability of me adding you to my friends list and the amazing girl to follow you on YouTube? I'm sure it's even lower. And now what's the probability of me having the amazing girl as a girlfriend thanks to you 1 year later? It doesn't show the rest of that. 1 year after. Maybe insanely low, but I'm glad that I've been lucky for once. Wise Wizard says, me shooting a gun at a wall. And I think I know the situation that you're alluding to there. And I'm so glad that things turned out well. FunnyFluffy says, I don't really know what to answer for next week's question, but I got a question. Well, we're going to leave that because I'm asking a question this week. Next week, we'll do FunnyFluffy's question, and you guys will just have to wait and see. My mom said, I guess I would have to say when I found out I was pregnant because I was told I would never be able to get pregnant, and God bless me with you, Nathan. And those ice crystals were amazing. We have to go see them again soon. Don't worry, we will. I hope. Anyway. And Kroko says, you know that moment when out of 30 questions on a test, you pick one you don't know? Yeah, that. Except it's not least likely, but common for me. And that is actually all of your guys' answers for this week, so thank you all so much for sharing. My own answer to that question would probably have to be, honestly, getting a job teaching something that I love to do, getting a job teaching parkour, coaching parkour, I should say. Especially considering some little minor things in the process of getting those jobs that would go, it's too much detail to go into right now, but there's some little minor things that when I think back to it, it's like, how did this actually work? That, and also probably the computer that I got. Because it's not every day that you find someone selling a $2,000 computer and agreeing to sell you it for $700. So there you go. I have 2 answers this time. Sorry. So that wraps it up for this week. Thank you all again for sharing. I appreciate it. Don't forget your question for next week. How is your life different today than it was 1 year ago? It's now 2018. A lot of things have changed since 2017. We'll get into that. I'll get into that for myself, of course, in next week's video. But leave your answers in the comments below, and I will read them next week. I think that's about all I need to say. I can't think of anything else, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful rest of your week. Have a great one. God bless.